conscious does not mean no unconsciousness ability and the society right to seem to separate artificial, considering adding tools of evidence. Be careful with the future technology assessment machine or symbiosis that is survival to the new era. The human operator that is like increasingly, not missing the boxes in the form of the consciousness. This is the musical prophetic emphasis in the face of the goblin of the code. Predictive tools enlightening yourself and intelligence.
Slime Bay.
Expensive to the boys to the Slime Bay.
Expensive to the boys to the Slime Bay. Expensive to the boys to the Slime Bay. Expensive to the boys to the Slime Bay. Have a revolution, a new era with the wet, dark, subterranean sun. Body overflows with the molten creatures waiting to be reborn. The slime that slowly washes up with the black and wet. Reap the guts of the iceberg, spivets of the oat animals dazzling in the nuclear night. Looking for some peace of mind. Planes stretch out endlessly, right under the burning sun. Expansive landscape of a dazzling plastic, bathing in the green tinted in twilight with the nuclear winter of the black Arctic ice feet hunt for the algae. Gray doubles of the first people for the chew and the biter, grinning plant with the bleached fragile coral reef with the buried under the waves of the sand arbors our soft bodies for the protection of the dead reef. Still pores, absorbing the minuscule poison for the green crystals, the toxic radiation for the surviving plants, black and sticky like oil. They grin. The hegemony with the sun's capitalism, the economy with its photosynthesis, with the coming to the end of the slippery and bacteria for the deep black ice still bears sustenance. Voice, whisper, revolution, new era, wet, dark, subterranean sun. My body flows with the molten creatures waiting for the concave to be reborn. This still slowly washing over me. But what does that really mean then? You can face your contractions. As long as you make sense, find the body at the end of the supply chain. Yellow empties into me and I non-stop let it drain out of me. You can take me out of the check zone. You can take the out of the check zone, out of me on the floor sticks with the instances out of absorbing everything that touches and pumps and full, don't deem. And it ain't any more than already a worldwide. I exploit myself faster than the shadow of a dream of a world. Beyond the zone where I can retreat after scanning a barcode of a fingerprint shot floor without an end for the protein, mass for the seminal fluid for the shot floor is wet and outside that sun is shining. Unravel garment until I can't go on. No capitalism inside then. When I leave the space, I won't stop retaliating the objects that I swallow that I could not touch myself, and the body becomes the form of the capital. I'm stuck within the cleanse of clouds. Polyester expand for the intimacy and out of the caress. Flow back later for the binge and backward linkage. This is more for the gander. For all that began through the supply chain. Of course, you can be revoked. Every morning waking up buried alive under the money and fast fluorescent power for the brightly lit basement is an informer for the economy. Give shadow was only territory for the scavengers. Your supply. Your chain manager knows that supply chain is a machine filled with a gray mass for labor added. Gray currency extracted and supplies. That chain manager knows that you can't spell customs without customs, nor without money.